Ladies and gentlemen, please silence your cell phones and no flash photography. Also, there will be a 15-minute intermission during which we will be collecting money for SLUH's campus ministry. Thank you.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days brings in a new moon, but oh, how slow and fleets this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires like to a stepdame or a dowager long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly sting themselves a night. 4 nights will dream away the time, and then the moon, like a silver bow we bend in heaven, shall behold the night for our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriment, awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth, turn melancholy forth to funerals, the pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I woo thee with my sword, and I won thy love doing thee injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelry.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, against my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious Duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes, interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with gauds, conceits, naps, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, and messengers of strong prevailment in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched her heart, and turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious Duke, be it so she will not here consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law.
What say you, fair Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you your mother should be as a god, one that composes your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax, by her imprinted and within her power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
Himself he is, but in this kind, like in your mother's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
And would my mother look but with my eyes?
Rather, your eyes must with her judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor by how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I do beseech to know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your youth. Know of your boldness. Examine well your blood, whether if you yield not to your mother's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I to be in shady cloister mute, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage, but earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which withering on the virgin thorn grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord. Ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship. Upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your mother's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest, for I also am a single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazy title to my certain right.
You have her mother's love, Demetrius, and then you have Hermia's.
I said, true, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius's. And which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nadar's daughter Helena and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. Come, my Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptials and confer on you of something dearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire we follow.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Be like for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
I mean, for aught that I could ever read, could hear and tailor history, the course of true love never did run smooth. Either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to love.
or else misgraft in respect of years,
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged to young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eye.
Or if there were sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the collied night that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth. And ere the man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. Quick bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross. As due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, to do observance to a mortar. There will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, and by which knitteth souls and prosperous loves, and by the fire which burned the Carthage queen, and when the false Trojan under sail was seen, and all the vows that ever men have spoke, numbers more than ever women broke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow will I truly meet.
You promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
That's thee, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair! Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear, when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching, oh, were favors so yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being fated, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, show me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him. Yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more you hated me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to our minds will unfold. Tomorrow night when Phoebe doth behold her silvery visage in the watered glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, at the time that lovers' flights doth still conceal, from Athens' gates we are devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I of complete primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there Lysander and myself will meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes, seeking new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet fellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant you, Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight from lovers' food until tomorrow at midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other son can be. Through Athens, I am thought as fair as she. What of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all that he do know. And as he errs doting on Hermia's eyes, so I admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, having no quantity, love can transpose form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is when Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure unheedy haze. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled, as waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail so heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved in showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then will he to the wood tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But here mean I to enrich my pain, to have it sent thither, and back again.
Is all our company here?
You would best call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Mary, here is a scroll with every man's name throughout all Athens that is thought fit to play on our interlude for the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, and then report the names of the actors. So go to one.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Very good piece of work, I assure you, and Mary. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors from the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Oh, ready. Name what part line for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole, in some measure, the rest. Yet my chief humor is for a tyrant I could play Heracles, rarely, or a part to tear a cat in, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prisoned gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from afar, and make and mar the foolish fates. This was lovely. Name the rest of the actors.
Francis.
This is Heracles' vein, a tyrant's vein, a lover's is more condoling.
Francis Luke, the Bellsender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Luke, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe, a wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Hey! Faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard.
That's all one. You shall play at a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
Ooh, I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe. Oh, Pyramus, my love.
No. You must play Pyramus, and Luke, you, Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Tom Snout the Tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus' father, of myself, the lion's part. I made you an extempore, for it is nothing but roaring. And here, I hope, is a play fitted.
Let me play the lion too. I'll warn you that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I'll warn you so that the Duke will say, let him roar again. Let him roar again. Roar! Roar!
And you should do it too terribly, that you would fright the ladies and the Duchess, that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
That would hang us, every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, if you should frighten the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will lure you as gently as any sucking dove. I will lure you as gentle as for any nightingale. Roar. Roar.
You must play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man. a proper man as one may see on a summer's day, a most lovely and gentlemanlike man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best play it in?
Why, for what you will.
I will charge it in your orange tawny beard, your straw-colored beard, your purple and green beard, or your French crown-colored beard, your purple beard.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you will play barefaced. But here, masters, are your parts, and I desire you, entreat you, and request you to come them by tomorrow night and meet in the palace wood a mile without the town by moonlight. There will we rehearse, for if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I'll draw up a little property such as our play shall want. I pray you, fail me not.
There we will meet, and there we will rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak, we meet.
Enough. Hold it. Or cut bowstrings!
How now, spirit? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over vale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere. And I serve my fairy queen to dew her orbs upon the green. The cowslip saw her pensioners be, and there go coloured spots you see. Those be rubies, fairy favors, and those farmers live their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thy lovely spirits all be gone. My queen and all our elves from here and on.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is casting spell and wrath, because that she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so fair a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child knight of his train to trace the forests wild. But she, perforce, withholds the loved boy. She crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. But they do square, so that all their elves, for fear, do creep into acorn cups and hide them.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights the maidens of the village reap? Skim milk and sometimes labor in the corn, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn. Sometimes make the drink to bear no barn, mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm. Those that hobgoblin and call you sweet puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. And sometimes lurk I in gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt telling the saddest tale, sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bum, down topples she, and Taylor cries and falls into a cough. Then the whole choir holds their hips and laugh, waxen in their mirth and knees, and swear a merrier hour was never wasted there. Room there. Here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that you were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon? Fairy skip hence. I have forsworn this bed of company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the farthest shape of Corin sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here, come from the farthest steppe of India, but to pursue your bouncing Amazon, your busking mistress, and your warrior love? To Theseus must be wed, and you come to give there that joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus? For shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know your love to Theseus. Didst thou not lead him from the glimmering night, from Perigenia, whom he ravished, and make him with fair Aeles break his faith with Ariadne and Antiopa?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never, since the middle summer spring, met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margent of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which, falling in the land, have every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the plowman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard. The fold stands empty in the drowned field. The crows are fatted with the Marian flock. The nine men's morris is filled up with mud, and the wanton grain, for lack of tread, are undistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter cheer. No night is now with hymn or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air, that rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this discomfiture, we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall on the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and in old time's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is, as in mockery, set. The spring, the summer, childing autumn, angry winter, change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase knows not which is which, and the same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you lament it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood. When we have laughed to see the sails conceive, and grow big-bellied in wanton wind, with she, with pretty and with swooning gait following, her wombs enriched with my own squire, would imitate and sail upon the land, to fetch me trifles and return again, as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal of that boy, did die. And for her sake I do rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away, we shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way! Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle friend, thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such dulcet and contagious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vessel thrown by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I should see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once, The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania while she is asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the very soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can make it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me.
Let me go.
But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou told me they are stolen under this wood, and here I am, and wood within this wood, because I cannot beat my Hermia. Hence get thee gone and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, yet you do not draw iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you that I do not nor cannot love you?
And even for that do I love thee the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and in a place of high respect with me, than to be used as your dog?
Tempts not so much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on thee.
You do impeach your modesty too much to leave the town and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. For you in my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds chase. The dog pursues the griffin. The mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless speed when cowardice follows and valor flees.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go, or if thou follow me, do not believe but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I am the temple, in the town, the field, you do me mischief. By Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men do. We were made to be wooed and should not woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of a hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses, and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania sometime in the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight, and there the snake throws her enameled skin lead wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on, affected with some care, that she may prove more fond on him than she upon her love. And look, thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
To your office and let me rest.
Hence away, now all is well. One aloof stand sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love's sake. Love and language for his sake. Be it on ounce or cat or bear, on pard or boar with the bristled hair. When thou wakest, what thou see, love it dear,
love it for me. Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak troth, I forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander, find you out of bed. Lie upon this bank will rest on my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troop.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off, do not lie sinister.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. What takes the meaning in love's conference? I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart can we make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom be denied. For lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Not much for sure my manners and my pride. Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and for courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation, as one said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, my friend. Thy love ne'er alter to thy sweet life.
Amen, to that fair prayer say I. And then in life when I am loyalty. Here's my bed, sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force in stirring love. Night and silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised whom the Athenian made. And here lies the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. True, upon thy eye I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkly leave me? Say not so.
Stay on thy peril, I alone will go.
I'm out of breath in this fond chase. The more is my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy be Hermia wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so mine are oftener washed than hers. No, I am ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me run away for fear. Therefore no marvel Demetrius do as a monster flee my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fiery eyne? But who is here? Lysander? On the ground? Dead. Oh, or asleep. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake!
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so! What, though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who would not change a raven for a dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid. Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I, being young, till now ripe not to reason. And touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, and leads me to your eyes, where I o'erlook love stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hand did I deserve this scorn? It's not enough, young man, that I never did, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye, but you must flout my insufficiency? You do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fear you well, for first I must confess, I thought you a lord of more true gentleness. That a lady of one man hath refused, should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near. For as the surfeit of the sweetest things, deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Or as the heresies that men do leave are hated most by those they did deceive, so thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me. and all my powers address your love and might to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. I need for pity what a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at its cruel prey. Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander? What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? Alas, speak in if you hear. Speak of all loves, I swoon almost with fear. No? Well, then I perceive that you are not nigh. Either you or death, I'll find her immediately.
Are we all met?
A pet cat, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Oh, Peter Prince.
What sayest thou, Lily Bond?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How you answer that?
Fire lake in a parlous fear. I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Oh, not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, that Pyramus is not killed indeed, and that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it should be written in 8 and 6.
Nay, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Nay, master, you ought to consider to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. There is not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not alive.
Not a whit. You yourself must speak through, and half your face must be seen through the lion's neck, and you must speak through, saying thus, or to the same effect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I have come hither as a lion, it were a pity of my life. I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are, and you yourself must speak through and plainly say that you are Peter Quince, the tailor.
Well, if it shall be so. Now, there's 2 hard things. That is, to bring moonlight into a chamber for Pyramus and Thisbe, you know, meet by moonlight.
Stop the moonshine that night this fair play?
Look in the calendar. Look in the calendar. Oh, look in the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it does shine that night.
Why then, we may leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in through the casement.
Aye. Or else, another must enter with a lanthorn and a dog and a bush of thorn and say that he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. That is to bring a wall into the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe says the story did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall. Let him have some plaster or loam or rough cast about him to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus, and through the cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your part. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so every man according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What? A play toward? be an auditor. An actor, too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Pyramus, speak. Thisbe, stand forth.
My dearest Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet.
Odorous.
Odors, savor sweet, so hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe. Here. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and I will by and by to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now? Aye, marry, must you. For you must understand that he goes but to see a noise he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, like a red rose on triumphant briar, most briskly juvenile, and most lovely Jew. As truest horse that yet would never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus, Jew, man, why you must not say that yet, that you answered to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter, your cue is past, it is never tire.
As truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fair Thisbe, if only I were thine.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! We are haunted! Pray, masters, fly, masters, help!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around, through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometime a fire, and neigh, and bark, and grunt, and roar, and burn, like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire, at every turn.
Why do they run away? This is a knavery of theirs to make me afeard.
Oh, bottom, thou art changed! What do I see on thee?
You see an ass head of your own, don't you?
Bless thee, bottom, bless thee, thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is a device of theirs to make an ass of me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. I will walk up and down and I will sing so that they know that I am not afraid. The cock so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
Oh, finch the sparrow and the lark, the plain-song cuckoo gray, whose note will Miriam and doth nark, and dares not answer nay.
I pray thee, therefore, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored with thy note, so is mine eye enthralled of thy shape. And thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. But in truth, love and reason do keep little company nowadays. The more's the pity that some honest neighbor could not make them friends. I could tweak upon occasion.
Thou art wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But if I had wit enough to get me out of this wood, I could serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth attend upon my state. And I do love thee, therefore go with me. And I will give thee fairness to attend on thee. And they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing to thee while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy molten grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, mustard seed.
Ready, and I, where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and for the night towers crop their waxen thighs, and light them in the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise. Pluck the painted wings from butterflies, and fan them in his sleeping eyes. Nudge him out, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal! Hail! Hail!
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. What's your name, good sir?
Cobweb!
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall wrap you round hither. What is your name, good sir?
Peas blossom.
Good Master Peas Blossom, commend me to your mother, Mr. Squash, and your father, Master Peascod. I shall desire you of more acquaintance. What is your name, good sir?
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed, many a mighty ox beef hath devoured many a man of your house, and you have made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with watery eye, and when she weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue, and bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania knew what it was that next came to her eye, which she must dote on. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night will know about this grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a group of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stars, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook the scene and entered in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed on his head. Anon, his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When they him spy as wild geese that the creeping fowler eye, or russet-pated choughs, many in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So at his sight, away his fellows fly. And at our stance, o'er and o'er one falls. He murder cries and help from Athens calls. And their sense thus weak, lost in their fear thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For thorns and briars at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from yielders all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left Pyramus translated there. So at that moment it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. Hast thou yet lashed the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of course she must be I.
Stand close, this is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now would I chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true into the day as he to me. But you stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I believe as soon as the whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through the censure creep in so displease her brother's new type of the antipodes. It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look so dead, so rude.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ha, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog, out, cur! Thou hast driven me past the bounds of maiden's patience. What, hast thou slain him then? Henceforth never be numbered among men. Oh, once tell true even for my sake. Durst thou have looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch. Cannot a worm, an adder do so much? An adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, O serpent, never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
Hey, pray thee then, tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get there?
A privilege.
Ooh!
Never to see me more. And from thy hatred presence part I so, see me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce fame. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. As sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender, here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turn true.
The fate or rule that one man, one troth, a million failed, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens looked to find. All fancy sick is she, pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go. Look how I go.
Flower of this purple dye, hid with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy bands, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's speed. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then we'll two at once woo one. That must needs be sport alone, and those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should win scorn? Scorn and derision never came in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity, all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put in two scales, will both weigh even, and light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, him perfect divine! To what art compare thy mind? This was money. Oh, ripened show, thy lips, those kissing cherries, doth tempting grow. Pure congealed wine, high Taurus snow. Turn fan of the eastern wind, turn to a crow when thou holdest up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, to seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! Now I see you are all best to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and you courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do? But you must join in souls to mock me too. You are both rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. If you were men, as you are men in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and superpraise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. A trim exploit of manly enterprise, to conjure up tears in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius, be not so, for you love Hermia, this you know, I know. And here with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart as a guest was sojourned, and here to Helen is it home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the fate thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide, dear. Look where thy love comes. Yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found, but my ear, I think it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly disobeyed me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, it would not let him bide fair Helen, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make me know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be. Oh, she is one of the Confederacies. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid! Have you conspired? Have you contrived to bait me with this malnutrition is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us. Oh, it's all forgot? All school days friendship, childhood innocence? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one sampler, both sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, sides, voices, and minds had been incorporate. So we grew like to a double cherry, seemingly parted, but yet a union in partition. Two lovely berries molded on one stem, so with two seeming bodies, but one heart. Two of the first, like coats in heraldry, due but to one, and crowned with one crest. And will you rend our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not, it seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love Demetrius, who but even now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks him this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, and tender meed, forsooth, affection? But by your setting on, by your consent, what, though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved, this you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever. Make mouths upon me when I turn my back, counterfeit sad looks, wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport well carried shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, manners, or grace, you would not make me such an argument. Fare ye well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death and remedy should soon remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent!
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreats. Thy threats bear no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee, by my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw, and prove it too.
Quick, come!
Lysander, who tends all this?
Away, Ethiop!
No, take on as you would follow, but yet come not, you're a tame man. Go!
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr! I'll think let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude, but changes this sweet love?
Thy love, out, tawny tartar, out! Out, low medicine, no painted poison, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. Oh! I'll not trust your word.
What should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me no greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh me, what news is this, my love?
Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander?
I am just as fair now as I was erewhile.
Since night you left me. Yet since night you left me. Why you left me? Oh, the gods forbid in earnest, shall I say.
I, by my life, and never didst desire to see thee again. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain nothing truer. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me. You juggler. You caker blossom. You thief of love. What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine of faith, have you no modesty, no manners, no maiden shame? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Hi, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you so grown in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
I pray though you love me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in this truishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. Perhaps you may think because she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower, harm again!
Do not be so bitter with me, good Hermia. I evermore did love you, did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that into love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth into this wood. He followed you, for love I followed him, but he hath chid me hence, and threatened me to strike me, to spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And so you will let me quite go? Back to Athens will I bear my folly and follow you no further. Let me go! You see how fond and simple I am.
Why get you gone? Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart that here I leave behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius!
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school. And though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again, nothing but low and little. Why must you suffer her to flap me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf! You minimus of knotgrass maid! You weed, you acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns her service. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part. If thou shalt make some great show of love, thou shalt defy it dear.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow, nay, I'll go with thee cheek by jowl.
You, mistress. All this coil is along with you. Nay, go not back.
I will no longer trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a prey. My legs are longer, though. To run away! I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me that I should know the man by the Athenian garments that he had on? And so far, blameless proves my enterprise, for I have anointed an Athenian sign. So far am I glad, if so did sort, is this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest the lovers seek a place to fight. Hie therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometimes frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometimes rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eyes, whose liquor hath this virtuous property to take from thence all air with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they awake, all this derision shall seem a dream, fruitless vision. And back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Go, do this for me.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
Lysander, speak again! Thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled?
Speak, in some bush, or dost thou hide thy head? Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookest for wars, but wilt not come? Come, recreant, come thou child, I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Nay, art thou there?
Come hither, follow my voice.
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where it calls, then he is gone. The field is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but fast-treated fly. And now am I fallen in dark, uneven way, and here will rest me. Oh, come thou, gentle day, For if but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this fight.
Ha ha, coward! Why comest thou not? Abide me, if thou darest, for well I wot thou runnest before me, shifting every place and darest not stand nor show thy face. Where art thou now? Come hither, I am here. Nay then, thou mockest me. Thou shalt buy the steer if ever I thy face by daylight see. My faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. My days approach, look to be visited.
A long night, a weary and tedious night. Abate thy hours, shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight. And sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet for 3, come one more. 2 of both kinds makes up 4. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe. Bedabbled with dew, torn with briars, I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here I will rest me till the break of day. Heavens, shield Lysander if they meet a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye, and the country proverb known that every man should take his own, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed. While I thy ample cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Oh, ready.
Good Monsieur Cobweb, kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And good Monsieur Cobweb, give me the honey bag. Oh, take care that the honey bag break not, or I would be loath to have you o'erflown with a honey bag, senor. Where is Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Give me your knee, Monsieur Mustard Seed.
What's your will?
Nothing, but to help Master Peas Blossom to scratch. I must the barbers, for methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face. And I am such a tender ass that if the hair do itch, I must scratch.
Desire to eat, my love.
Truly, a peck of provender, I could munch your dry oats. I have a great desire for a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
Give me a bag or 2 of dried peas. Oh, but truly, let none of your people stir, for I have an exposition of sleep upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, away, and be always away. So doth the woodbine, sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. The female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee! Oh, how I dote on thee!
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors for this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she his hairy temples that had rounded with coronet of fresh, fragrant flowers, and that same dew which sometime on the bud was wont to swell like round and orient pearls, stood now within the pretty flowerets' eyes, like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask her of her changeling child, which straight she gave me in her fairy scent, to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have that boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, awakening when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexations of a dream. But first, I shall release the fairy queen. Be thou as thou want to be, see thou as thou want to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how I do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head.
Now when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Come, my queen, take hands with me. Now thou and I are in new amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance at Duke Theseus' house triumphantly, and bless it all to their prosperity. For here these pairs of lovers shall eternally be knit.
Fairy king, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then my queen in silent sad trip we after night's shade. The globe we can compass soon swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
Go, Philostrate, and find out the forester. For now, our observation is performed, and since we have the favorite of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley, let them go. Dispatch, I say, and find the forester. We will, my queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echoing conjunction.
My lord, oh, how I was with Hercules and Cadmus once. When in a wood of Crete they bade the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding. For besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near, seemed all one mutual cry. Never did I hear so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. And this Lysander is, this Demetrius, this Helena. Oh, Thegar's Helena. I do wonder of their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here in grace of our solemnity. But Aegeus, speak, is this not the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, Philostrate. Awake them with your horn. Good morrow, friends. Saint Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How came this gentle concord in the world that hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking. But as yet, I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly what I speak, and now do I bethink me, so it is, I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone of Athens, where we might, without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough, enough, my lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. He would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me, you of your wife and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to the wood, and I, in fury, hither followed them, fair Helen in fancy following me. But I wot not by what power, if by some power it is, my love to Hermia melted as the snow, and seems to me now the remembrance of an idle god, which in childhood I did dote upon. And now all the faith, the virtue of my heart, is only to Helena, to whom I was betrothed ere I saw Hermia. But as in sickness I did loathe this food,
But now, as in health, comes my natural taste, and I do wish for it, love it, long for it, and evermore be true to it. Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we will hear more anon. Aegeus, I will overbear you. For in the temple, by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. And for now the day is something worn, on purpose hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta. These things seem small and indistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned to clouds.
Methinks I see things with parted eyes, when everything seems double.
So methinks, and methinks I have found Demetrius like a jewel, 9 and not 9.
Are you sure yet that we are awake? Do we not still sleep, still dream? Did the Duke not come here and bid us follow?
Yea, and my mother.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why then, we must be awake. Let us follow him, and by the way, let us recount our dreams.
Oh. When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Peter Quince. Flute. Snout. God's my life stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I've had a dream. Pass the word of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound what my dream was. Methought I was... there's no man can tell what. Methought I was, and methought I had. Man is but a patched fool if you will to offer to say what methought I had. The ear of man hath not seen. The eye of man hath not heard. Man's hand is not able to taste, his heart to report, nor his tongue to conceive what my dream was. I shall have Peter Quince write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream. Because it hath no bottom. And I shall sing it at the latter end of the play. Peradventure, to make it more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
No doubt he is transported. If he come not, then the play be marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus, but he,
No, he hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
and the best person too. And he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. Paramour is, God bless us, I think not.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there's 2 or 3 more lords and ladies coming. If our sport had gone forward, we had all been laid back.
Poor Bottom. He'd have made 6pence a day during his life. He could not have escaped 6pence a day. And the Duke had not given him 6pence a day for playing Pyramus, I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6pence a day for Pyramus, or nothing.
Where are these men? Where are these hearts?
Bottom, almost courageous day, almost happy hour.
Masters, I am discourse wonders. I can say nothing. For if I do, I am no true Athenian. I shall say it all as it fell pat.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
All I can say is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, have good springs to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. For the long and short of it is, our play is preferred. Meet me presently at the palace. Every man look o'er his part. Let he who plays Thisbe have clean linen, and let he who plays the lion not pare his nails, for they shall hang out in the lion's claws. And most dear actors, let us not eat onions or garlic. For we are to utter sweet bread, and I have no doubt that they will say it is a most sweet comedy.
No more words. Go! Away!
Tis strange, my Theseus, what these lovers speak of.
More strange than true, I never may believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. The lover and the madman have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies, that the lover and the madman have such seething fantasies. Lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than bats and hell can hold. That is the madman. The lover, all is frantic, sees Helen's beauty in Egypt's brow. The poet's eye, in fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven, and as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen doth turn them into shapes and give to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks hath such strong imagination that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed a bear.
But all the story of the night told over, all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grew to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends! Joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
Or more than to us, wait your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and our bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are at hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call, Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say what abridgment have you for this evening? What masks, what revels? How shall we entertain?
There is a brief how many plays are right. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The Battle of the Centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch on the harp. Will none of that. That I have told my love and glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That is an old device, and it was played when I from Thebes came last a conqueror. The thrice three muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire keen and critical, not suiting for a nuptial ceremony. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical. Tedious and brief. That is hot. Ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
There is a play, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play, but by 10 words, my lord, it is too long. And tragical it is, my noble lord, for therein Pyramus doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that complaint?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, that never labored in their minds until now. Now have foiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intents, extremely stretched, con with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when sense and love doth tender it. Go bring them in. Take your place, lady.
I love not to see wretchedness so charged, or duty in their service perishing.
Why, my sweet, you shall hear no such thing.
He says they can do nothing of this kind.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
goodwill, that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come but in despite. Oh, we do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here that you should hear repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points. She hath heard of Turlock like a rough colt, she knows not the stops. But furthermore, my lord, it is not enough to speak, but to speak true. His tongue was like a tangled chain. It was all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady Thisbe is certain. And this man with lime and rough cast doth present wall, and vile wall which did these lovers sunder. And through wall's chink, poor souls, are they content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. I, with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn, presenteth moonshine. For if you would know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. As she fled, when down her mantle she did fall, which Lion vile bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, a sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat, with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling, bloody breast. Carrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. As for the rest, like Lion, Moonshine, Wall, and these lovers twain, at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak. No wonder, my lord, one lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I, one snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so, and this the chink is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
You desire lion hair to speak better? It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard. Silence, Pyramus draws near the wall.
Oh, grim-looked night! Oh, night with hue so black! Oh, night, whichever art when day is not. Oh, night, alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet and lovely wall that stands between a father's ground and mine. O wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, she should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue, and she is to enter. Now, you shall see it fall pat as I told you. Oh, now there she comes.
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans, for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed these stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy and hear my Thisbe's face.
My love, thou art my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander, I am trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Not Shaphalus to Procrus was more true.
As Shackless to Proprius, I to you.
Wilt thou kiss me through the hole of this vile wall?
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I walled my part discharged show, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
The silliest stuff I've ever heard.
Silly to say imagination doth hold, but this is wonderful.
And it must be your imagination then and not theirs.
We imagine no worse of them than they of themselves. They may pass for excellent men. Here comes two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest mouse that creeps on the floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here when lion rough in wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, one Quince the carpenter by name, am a lion fell nor no lion's dam. For if I as lion should come and strike into this place, for pity on my life.
A gentle beast and of good conscience.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present.
He thinks he should rather wear the horns on his head.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself the man in the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of them all, for the man should be put into the lanthorn. How else is it the man in the moon?
All that I have to say is that this lanthorn is myself the man in the moon, and this dog my dog.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe! Well moused, lion.
Well, show the moon. The moon shines with a good race.
And here comes Pyramus.
And so the light vanished.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee now for shining so bright, for by thy gracious golden glittering gleams I am to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, oh spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck! Oh, dear, thy mantle good, what, stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell. Come, fates, come, cut thread and throm, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
This, the death of a good man, would go so far as to make a man look sad.
Through my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore didst thou lion's frame? Since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, which was the fairest aim that lived, that loved, that looked, that liked with cheer. Come, tears confound. Out, sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus. I that left pap where the heart doth up. Now die I thus. Thus. Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Come, loose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now I die.
Asleep, my love? What, dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak, speak, quite dumb? Dead, dead, tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone, are gone. Lovers make moan, his eyes were as green as leeks. Sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have shore with shears his thread of silk. Come Come, trusty blade. Come, trusty blade. Come, trusty blade. Come, sword, my breast in view. Farewell, friends. Thus Thisbe ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Moonshine and lion are left very dead.
Aye, and wall too.
No, for I assure you, the wall that parted her father's is down. Oh, will it please you to hear the epilogue?
No epilogue, I pray you, for your ladies, no excuse. Never excuse, for when all the players are dead, there need none to be blamed. Marry, if he that written had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisbe's garden, should have been an excellent performance, and so it was, and notably discharged. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn as much as we this night have overwatched. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled. Palpable gross play hath well beguiled the night. To bed, friends. A fortnight shall we in this solemnity, ever true in loving thee.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task foredone. Now the wasted brands do glow, and the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves, all gaping wide, every one lets forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies, that by triple Hecate's team run from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now are frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be, and the issue there create ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three ever true in loving be. And may the hand of nature's blots not strike them with cruelty, nor not harelip, nor mole, no scar, nor mark prodigious, such as are despising in nativity, shall upon their children be. With this field do consecrate, every fairy hold his gate, and each several chamber bless through this palace with sweet peace. And the owner of it blessed ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet us all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest Puck, if we have unearned luck now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the Puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.